What if I told you that procrastination isn't your biggest problem? It's actually a symptom of something deeper, because most people don't avoid work. They avoid the feelings that come with it. And once you understand why, everything starts to change. The relatable struggle. Have you ever sat down to do something important, opened your laptop, looked at the task, and then somehow ended up scrolling social media for an hour? You tell yourself, I'll start in 5 minutes. But 5 minutes becomes 30, 30 becomes 3 hours, and before you know it, the entire day is gone. The worst part, you know exactly what you should be doing. So why can't you just start? The big misunderstanding. Most people think procrastination is laziness, but that's not true. In fact, procrastination has very little to do with being lazy. The real reason is much deeper. The real reason you procrastinate, your brain is designed to avoid discomfort. When a task feels difficult, overwhelming, boring, or uncertain, your brain sees it as a threat. Not a physical threat, because but an emotional one. That is, maybe you're afraid of failing, maybe you're afraid your work won't be good enough, or maybe the task simply feels too big to handle. The search for relief, whatever the reason, your brain immediately looks for something that feels better right now. That's where distractions come in. Social media, YouTube, games, text messages, random videos. These things give your brain an instant reward, a quick burst of dopamine, and compared to a difficult task with a reward that might come weeks or months later, the easy reward wins every single time, the hidden consequence. But here's the problem. The task doesn't disappear, it stays there, waiting, growing larger in your mind. And the longer you avoid it, the more stressful it becomes. The procrastination loop. That's why procrastination turns into a loop. First, there's an important task. Then comes stress. Then distraction. Then temporary relief. Then guilt. And finally, even more stress. So you distract yourself again, and the cycle repeats over and over. The good news. But here's the good news, you don't need more motivation to break this cycle, because motivation is unreliable. Some days it's there, some days it's not. What you really need is a smaller starting point. The small step method. Instead of saying, I'm going to study for 5 hours, I can say, I'm going to study for 5 minutes. Instead of, I'm going to write an entire report. Say, I'm going to write one sentence. Why? Because your brain doesn't resist small actions. The momentum effect. And once you start, something powerful happens. Momentum takes over. One sentence becomes a paragraph. One paragraph becomes a page. One page becomes progress. And progress creates motivation. Not the other way around. The life-changing lessons. So the next time you catch yourself procrastinating, remember this, you don't need to finish the entire task, you only need to start, because successful people aren't the ones who always feel motivated, they're the ones who take action even when they don't. Your future isn't built by what you plan to do tomorrow, it's built by what you choose to do today. So stop waiting for the perfect moment, take the first small step and start now, because the life you want is waiting on the other side of action. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe so you never miss videos that help you understand yourself and improve your life. Thanks for watching.